Okay, a good day to everyone. So for today, I'm going to be teaching you on how to create a simple website out of Microsoft Word 2007. So first of all, what we have to do is go to Microsoft Start button, then try to open a Microsoft Word document. There you go. So the default view of your document will normally be in a print layout view. So if we are going to use Word 2007 in creating our website, we have to put our document view into a web layout view. So how do we do that? We can either go to the shortcut keys that are found here in the status bar, as you can see there, or you can go to the View ribbon tab, and under the document views group, we have the print layout, full screen reading, web layout, outline, and draft options. We should choose web layout option. So here, what we can do first is to create a table or insert a table from where we will be using the table so that we can arrange the output of the display of certain contents of our document by means of maximizing the use of the table. So you can either do this manually, like for example here, you go to the Insert ribbon tab, and under the Tables group, we have here the Tables command button. You can insert tables by dragging your mouse pointer into the squares here that are seen here. So you can see you can add columns 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can also add rows. Another way to maximize the use of your table will be for you to convert text that you have typed into your document, and then convert text to table. So here's how that is done. Let's say I have here my header. I would like my initials RBSL, free tutorial, and I would like to insert my navigational links. So let's say I'll have home. I'm going to make use of and I'm going to be separating my navigational links with the use of with the use of the bar key. Home, videos. I'll also have about us and contact us. So for the meantime, I would like to create 4 pages for my website. And now I would like to insert the following text into a table. So what I'll do here is I'll click on the table command button, then go to convert text to table. This will open the convert text to table dialog box. You'll see here you have here the options to change the table size, auto fit behavior, and how you will be separating the text. It can be by paragraphs, tabs, commas, or other keyboard keys that you will be using for separating your tables, your text. So what I'll be using here will be the bar key. So what happened here in the numbers of columns? It changed to 4 columns automatically. and the number of rows became, or still, it still took 2 rows. So once we click OK, you'll see now that our table has been inserted, our text has been inserted to our table. So you can change the design for your table if you want by means of using banded rows and banded columns depending on your preference. But for now, I just want my table to have no borders. So with that option, you will see that your border now has turned into grid lines. So you can either do this here in our design ribbon tab and layout ribbon tab, or under the design ribbon tab, which is a hidden tab that only appears once you click on and select a table. If I try to unselect my table, you will see there that automatically the design and layout tab will be disappearing or will be hidden. So another option for you to do that, if ever you don't want to go to the design ribbon tab, you just go here in the paragraph group of the home tab, and you will also see there the options for tables borders. If I don't want to view my grid lines, I'll just click view grid lines, and you'll see there that the table will now be showing no grid lines. So let's just view grid lines so that we'll have a reference. Now what I want to do here is to center align my document. So we have different ways on how to do that. Let me show you how to do it with the use of the paragraph group alignment options. So you have right, left, we have the left, we have the center, we have the right, and we have the justified center alignment. So if you click on the center alignment, it will automatically center align your table. Okay? But another way to do that will be for you to right click on your mouse and then go to the table properties and choose under the alignment option center. Okay? And we would also like to specify a preferred width. So let's say I'm going to use 9 as my preferred width, and make sure that it measures in inches. Don't use percentage. Okay? So in doing this, you just click OK. Now you'll see your table center aligned and with a preferred width of at least 9 inches. So right now, what I want to do next will be to insert 2 additional rows below. One option for you to do that is to go to the right side corner, right side bottom corner of your table, then click the enter key. Press the enter key. It will automatically generate a row underneath your previous row. So, but another way to do that will be for you to right click anywhere on the table, then go to insert cells or insert column. Under the menu, you can then choose insert rows above, insert rows below. So one tip, please do not insert columns to the left or right as much as possible, okay, so that you will not be breaking your table or inserting cells. What you do to normally split specifics or to normally add additional columns will be for you to split cells. So here I'm going to insert row below, and I would also like to resize the height. You can do it this way, or you can also go, okay, use the row option in resizing specific height of specific rows. Okay, so for now let's just do here. Let's first specify the height for specific rows. I would like my first row to be merged, so I'm going to highlight the four columns and merge those cells so that you will have my header here on the left side corner on a single row and single column. Now I could resize this specific cell with the use of dragging and dropping. You see that if I put my mouse cursor, place it on top of a specific line of my table and double click it and then drag, I can now resize the size of my cell. But another way to do that, again, you go back to table properties and choose a specific height for your cell. It can either be in your row. So I want here to be specifically 0.3, at least 0.3. So, and I don't want to separate my navigation links by cells. So what I'll do here, I'm also going to merge this. Okay. So right now I want to put my navigation links on a single line, and I would like to separate them by a bar key, by the bar key. So what I can do here, I can use the show or hide markings command button under the paragraph group. So you will see there that if there's a dot, if you see a dot, that specifies that that marking is a space bar marking. So I would like one space before the bar key and another space after the bar key. So here, another space and another space. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to resize also the cell where I have my navigational links. Remember, you can also make use of images for your navigational links for more designs, but if ever you'll be designing your site, you have to ask yourself on what will be the main purpose of your site and what kind of viewers would you want to attract to your site. So for this specific site, I just want to provide information, so I really don't need to go and be too fancy about the different designs, because that will only take, or to be very fancy about the including including images into my website, because I don't want the download time to increase for my website. So right now, what I want to do here is to separate I will now have my header together with my navigational links, and I would like to create here the body part of my my website, and I would like to have two sidebars, and I also want to have here a footer. Let's just have this resized again. Remember, you can also resize the height of your full table by drag and dropping. Just go to the corner side, and let me just specify the height again here. Okay, so right now I want this specific lower portion to be my footer. like it to be my footer area. Let's just paste here, merge that. I'm going to put here about us, contact us. Now, this first page or first document will serve as my template for my website. Okay, let's see here. Let me just change that 0.3. Okay, now this part will be my main content, and here I could put here the popular contents of my site, popular contents. I can also put some links here. Links to other pages or websites that I like to promote. Okay, to other websites, sorry. Okay. Now, let's say I want to have a link to YouTube, Facebook, and what else? Twitter, Reverb Nation. So these are sites that I normally go to. And here you can put subscription notes or subscription command buttons, or even the logo of your site. You can also input here some of your favorite quotes. Live as if you're going to die tomorrow. Sorry. I have here one of my favorite quotes. Live as if you're going to die. Let's have this as one of my personal quotes. Learning is a process of finding your purpose. Find your purpose and you'll be the wisest man who ever lived. That's one of my personal belief when it comes to learning. So, oops. Okay, and I would like to put here some quotes that really inspired me. Like, for example, live as if you're going to die tomorrow, and learn as if you're going to live forever. That came from Mr. Mahatma Gandhi. So here we can also change the font style. You can include here word art, but I just want it to be simple, so I'm just going to change this to again, Word provides you with live preview, so you can choose from a lot of options here, but I suggest that you still go and choose a font option that is normally used, because there are some users that might not have that specific font installed in their browsers. So you have to take into consideration testing out your website in different browsers, because there may be some browsers that will not be showing or will not be able to read the font style that you have chosen for your site. Okay, so here I just want this to be in Times New Roman, or I can also choose the same font. Okay, but for the font for my body parts, let's just choose normal font like Times New Roman, and I would like that to be in bold. Here I want like the main code to be italicized. You can press Ctrl plus I to italicize, and here I want this to be in bold. So I can choose Format Painter, or sorry, I'll just click on this one and click Format Painter and try to see on what will happen here. This one. The good thing about using Format Painter, it makes it a lot easier to make use or copy formatting that you've done with certain parts of your document. Let's say here, I'm just gonna click this. I'm going to use the same formatting here. Oops, sorry. If you're going to press or select text, remember you can use triple click of your mouse to select a line. And here I'm just going to, okay, so that will automatically provide you with the same formatting. And here I would like to put some, or on the side, I'd like to put here a copyright symbol. So I'll go to the insert tab, go under the symbols group, and then click on the symbol. Here's the copyright sign. I'm going to put my name here and the date or year that I created the site. So at least if ever I'll be updating my site, all rights reserves. Now that it's done, let's apply some basic table formatting. Well, you can go to the design of your table. You can go to shadings here to choose what specific that can be one of your options. Okay. So there are a lot of options here that you can use for designing your table. Another way to do that will be for you to go to the table properties. Right click on your table, anywhere on your table, go to table properties, and then go to the table and look for the borders and shading command button. It will open the borders and shading dialog box. Now I want to apply a specific color design for a specific cell. Let's say for my header, for these two specific cells, I would like to change the borders for those specific cells. Border shading. So let's go to shading. I like a light color. And I can use pattern if you want. Okay, click on that. So there you go. You now have simple pattern on your header. And here I could use the same pattern. Table properties. Okay, sorry. Just going to use the same pattern. Okay, I chose olive green and 5% pattern. Oh, sorry. Let's just undo that. I forgot to select cell. Make sure that it should be cell, not table. Okay. Set olive green accent free, and I'd like a 5% pattern for my. Okay. do the same with the side option here. Let's centerline that. Here, just doing the same pattern. Okay. I suggest that if you will be doing certain designs and you want that specific design to be fixed with your other pages, you go and do that on this specific template before you create your other pages, because this will serve as your main template in creating your other pages. So here, olive green, and I'd like to use some patterning. Oops, sorry. Again, I always forget that I should be choosing cell. Okay, cell and olive green 5%. Okay, so that would be for my header and footer. Now I could change the contents, the main color for this specific, or for the sidebars. Let's say I'll go to columns, table, borders and shading. I'd like to apply that to a cell, and I'm going to choose a specific color here. Okay, that can be good, but if that's taking too long, you can also use the paragraph option here. At least you'll find it a lot easier to go and choose a specific color for your sidebars. So here you'll find additional colors that you might want to use for. So there you go. You'll find a lot of options for changing the color of your background. And just go with that same color. Here, let's just go for that simple color. And you can also change the page color or page layout. Okay. So guys, you can choose whatever color you want as a design. I suggest it should be complementing the logo of your site, but for now this will be how I want my site to look like. But let's go and save this first. I'm going to save it in a specific folder. Remember that once you save your web page, you have to save it in a specific folder, all of your files, together with the videos, graphics, or else once you transfer from one hard disk drive to another, you might have a difficult time looking for, or you might get broken links. I'm going to save it here. Let's create a new folder here. Web web word folder. Okay, and for you to be able to save it as an HTML document, you have to go and choose either web page or web page filtered as the type of file extension or file format that you'll be saving your document. I will prefer web page. So you'll find there .html as the default file format. Let's just first change this into homepage or index.html. I'd like it to be in .html because that's more commonly used for designing your website. So here below you have you can change the title. That's where your title will appear, this specific text will be appearing on the title bar of your browser. Okay. So again, let's first change that into .html. So make sure that it's .html, or else you might have broken links. That happened to me, and I had to change most of my pages before. So try to save. Now you will see here on the title bar index.html. The title name index tells your browser that this will serve as the home page of your document. Okay? So if you want to make changes, as I suggest, go and choose some colors that will be complementing your. Do it as early as possible in your first page, in this index.html page, because if not, there's a possibility that you will have to redo all of your site's design. So if you want to change certain parts, okay, do it here, because this will serve as our main template. So for example, here right now I'm going to link this specific index page to my other pages. So we would like to create a videos page, an about us page, and a contact us page. So first, let's have this file linked, hyperlink. Let's create a hyperlink. One option will be for you to go to the insert ribbon tab, then click on hyperlink under the links group. There you go, and just type here index.html. Make sure you don't make use of file names that are a combination of uppercase and lowercase, combination of don't use alphanumeric, okay, because sometimes there are browsers that will not be understanding or will not be able to read such file names, and again, it's difficult to remember. Better to make it simple and concise. Okay, so I'm going to just click OK here. We now have a hyperlink to this specific page. So save. Let's try to open our browser here. So that's our, and let's just try to open our library here and go and try to open the file to our browser. You have two options, or I'll provide you with two options on how to view and test out your document, web page document. First, you can go and look for your file from the folder where you saved it. Okay, click access. That's my file folder where I saved the web word folder here. Now one option will be for you to right click on the file and then open with the browsers that are installed in your document. So it's either Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, or Torch. So I would like to test it first in Google Chrome. If you will be designing websites, remember to have at least 2 or more browsers installed into your computer so that you will have um, an ability to test how your website will be appearing in one specific browser. Okay, so another way to do and open your site will be for you to go to your browser and drag the file to your browser. Okay, so there you go. You'll be able to see here on whether, okay, moment here, didn't reach. There you go. Okay, so there's the title bar of your browser, and now we have our website. So as you can see here, it doesn't look good because of the same colors. So what I'll be doing here, I'm going to do some re-editing. Change some of the colors here. Okay, borders and shadings. Let's divide some. Okay. This is sized. It's going to be better if I just use this one. But red. This is much better. It's a combination of red and blue. And let's change the, not good. Okay. And save. Let's see how it will look now. Just press F5 to refresh. Okay. Still doesn't seem. Let's just go and how about make this at least 10. And the page layout. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, color still doesn't satisfy me. Okay. Let's look for other colors that will be more complementing with one another. Green. How about yellow? Yellow. So that's our first page. Again, combination of colors, it depends on your preference. Okay. Now that's our first page, and we have a link to that. Okay, so changes on your site, that depends on you, how you would want to change the main design. So for now, let's stick to this design. Now I would like to create a link to my videos page. So another way to go and create a link, I'm just going to show here. You can go to the menu once you right click your mouse and then click hyperlink, and now create a file name for your video. So I'm going to use vid.html because I just want it short and simple. Vid.html. Here I'm going to, right click, table properties. Another what we want to do is right another way to add additional hyperlink is to press Ctrl plus K. Okay, so abt.html, and here contact us information, again Ctrl plus K. Let's here contact us.html. So you'll see that those pages have not yet been created. So with the use of this template that we have done, just remember to use the file name that you created for your links. Like for example, here I'm going to have this as my video tutorials. I'm just going to change and save it first. Same procedure, go to save as, change the file format, save it as type web page, and change the title, video tutorials. Click OK. The default file extensions .html, so change that. Remember, the file name that I use for my videos is vid.html, so I'm going to save it as vid.html. It should not be vid.htm, or else you'll have a broken link. Okay, so now that you've saved it on the same folder, is it on the same folder? There you go. So you now have two file extensions here. You'll find that there are folders specifically created by Word that will have the different so if you go and right click on this one and you try to open it in Notepad, you'll find there that you have or Word 2007 have generated tags. Okay, so instead of you going through the gruesome way of typing this manually with the use of Word 2007, your Word will now be automatically creating the tags for you. Okay, so let's just check on whether we don't have a problem with the link that we created here. So because sometimes you will really need to test out your links, or else you will be linked to all around your page and you'll be having broken links. So from time to time you really need to test out your links. Okay, so our video tutorial page is done. Let's now have our About Us page. So you'll just save it again. Same procedure, go to webpage.html, then change the title About Us. So click OK, change the file name into abt.html. That's the file name that I used for my link for this specific page. So save. Okay, that's good. Now let's try to check. Press F5. Is the link working? Okay, so we now have 3 pages. And for the last page, I'm going to go and save this. Sorry. Let's just first change contact us. Sorry. Again, make sure you don't use the save icon if you're going to be saving this. Okay, because what will happen, it will save it in its current format or file. You have to save it in a different file name. So contact, sorry, let's change this first to web page. Change the title, contact us. Okay, and click contact.html. Make sure that you do not make typographical errors with the file name, or else the link will get broken. Okay, so let's change the header here. Contact us. Save. Now this will be your contact.html. F5. Now we have 4 pages for our simple website. Now if you want to change, let's close this, the contents, of course, you'll have to go to the specific web page. Like for example, here in videos.html, I would like to insert here information. So I'm just going to change the contents of this specific page, and I want some parts of my site to have the same information. So here I would like my topics, the topics where where I can create the links. I'm going to center that, or I can use here uppercase. So the uppercase command button here, change case command button. You can use sentence case or capitalize each words. So here I'm going to provide computer technology. I will also have survival tips, safety tips as part of my tutorials. I could also use the formatting, okay, for that specific here. What I want to do here, I'm going to put them into a list. I'm going to insert some list here, so I can use the list option here. So for computer technology, I'm going to use Microsoft Word 2007. I'm going to create tutorials for that. Microsoft Excel 2007. I would also like to teach basic computer servicing. So for the survival tips, I would insert first aid tips. Oops. First aid, rope management, okay. Basic rope management, and I'm also going to include here recreational activity or music. So I'm going to include here. So So again, you can change the contents easily for each pages for the topics that you'll be doing. So safety tips, we can provide here some crime prevention tips and prevention, and of course learning tips. Okay. Oops, sorry. Learning. Line spacing here. So I'd like it to be single space or spaced. Okay. I'm going to include here my learning acronym. So those are going to be some of the contents. Basic guitar. Okay, this one I want that to be just below. Okay, save that, and now refresh, press F5, go to your videos tutorial. You now have some of the main contents of your video tutorial page. So you can continue adding information on your website. So hopefully you have learned something. So please do subscribe and continue learning. Okay?